Hola, amigos y amigas. Hoy estoy en Posadas. Hello, friends. Today I'm in Posadas, Argentina. The city that borders Paraguay. I started today by making my way to the artificial waterfalls, Cascada Artificial. But I'm on top of it at the moment and I can't hear any noise, so I don't think they've actually turned on the artificial water today. I'm trying to see if there's a way down to the seafront, riverfront, but it doesn't look too promising. Right, so you can see behind me, oh, the sun's right in my face. There's no water coming down here, so this is where the artificial waterfalls should be. Maybe it's only on in the evenings or the weekends or something, but it's a 15-meter drop situated just behind this 26,000 square meter dry plaza here in the sort of historic side of Posadas, just a bit south of the centre. There is a sign with the letters Posadas on, so I'm going to see if I can get some kind of picture with that. But just behind me here, you might be able to see because of the sun, it's the start of some street art, graffiti, murals, and this stretches 149.59 metres. And there's actually more on the other side of this wall on the main road, but it's quite hard to walk there. However, I believe I recorded that on my arrival in Posadas, so I'll try and include that in the video just after this. And this art, these murals, actually made the Guinness World Record books in 2019. The artists that came together to create it came from Argentina, Bolivia, Peru and Paraguay. This is what Posadas looks like as you arrive in from Paraguay. Posadas is situated in the Misiones province of Argentina, Misiones being related to the Jesuit missions in this area. And you can see some high-rise buildings. It is quite a large city, situated in the northeast, if you imagine Argentina on a map, just in a little crevice where Paraguay sticks into Argentina. And it's quite close to the border of Brazil as well. And I'm now here at the Sagradas Escritas, and there's a religious scripture just behind that platform here with a nice monument behind it, and it's situated on the Plaza Juego roundabout, very large roundabout here in Posadas, probably one of the main ones as it's a place that connects the port area to the city. And these flags behind me are actually the flags of every country in South America. I'm obviously travelling to every country in South and Central America, but from the side of my head to the other side, it goes Venezuela, Uruguay, Suriname, Peru, Paraguay, Guyana, French Guiana, Ecuador, Chile, Colombia, Brazil, and I think that's it. If I missed any countries in South America, I think there's one more pole at the end. Bolivia. And I forgot to mention Argentina is the one here sticking out. So far I've been to 6 of those. This is the Rio Parana behind me, the Parana River. And you may just be able to see a bridge here, see some stanchions there. This is the bridge I crossed a few days ago to come from Paraguay into Argentina. And as I flip my camera around, you can see the Posadas coastline along the river. Hoy es muy caliente. Today is very hot. It's around 9 o'clock in the morning and it's about 32 degrees already. The first cultural difference I've noticed about Argentina compared to the other countries is lots of people walking around with mugs, sort of jar-shaped mugs, and they're drinking mate. Mate is an Argentinian tea which is very popular here, and almost everybody you see has got some mate, some tea with them. The guy in that shot behind me sitting on the bench when I started talking about it, he also had one. Y me siento muy segura aquí. And I also feel very safe here in Posadas compared to some of the places I've visited previously. It does seem really safe, to be honest. And behind me now, you can see a train. And this building is an exact replica of the original train station in Posadas. can see another train in the distance on the other side. The arrival of the railroad in Posadas came in 1912, but today this place lives on as a sort of cultural heritage building. I just popped in the tourist information, which is just to the side of the train station, mainly to see if I could get something to do this, cover my face with, because the sun is burnt half of my face. Did I learn anything? No, not really, not that I didn't know beforehand. I'm just going to carry on with my plan of walking along the seafront. There's a few statues I want to see, and then I'm going to head in towards the centre, hopefully towards a cathedral and some parks. Behind me is Iglesia Stella Maris, here on the Rio Paraná riverfront. And this monument is Monumento y las Malvinas, and it's a monument to pay respects to the fallen in Malvinas. Malvinas is a island. And I'm now at Monumento Juan Pablo II, donated by the Union of Polish Societies as a sort of thank you for the settlement of Poles and Ukrainians in the Misiones province for over the past 100 years going back, where they've managed to make this their second settlement really and live their lives here. And just behind me is an even more impressive monument you can just see here next to the tree, so I'm going to go and take a closer look. Wow, now this is really quite impressive. General Andres Guacurari y Artigas, a really big statue here in Posadas, on the Paraná riverfront. This was created by Geronimo Rodriguez, a missionary artist. It is 17 meters tall and weighs 6 tons. Even this book behind me is about the height of me. And this monument immortalizes the Guarani hero who led the revolution in recovering independence of the Misiones state, recovering towns and cities, and raising the flag of the cause. Andres Guarani was born in Santo Tome in 1778. And there's only one slice of shadow here, so let me make the most of it. Wow, look at the size of him. Here is supposedly a viewpoint, which essentially is just similar to anywhere else on the river, just a bit further up. I have to say some of the buildings here are quite nicely decorated. For example here, and these stairs that I'm about to ascend. Look at that lovely mural. So I've now left the riverfront and I'm heading up these stairs behind me towards Parque Paraguay, I believe, in towards the town centre. And I'm on some banging in the background, but I'm on top of those stairs now. You can see a bug just flew on my lip, and you can see the river behind me from where I've come up from. This is the governmental office of Posadas behind me here, and it's right on one side of Paraguay Park, just behind it. So let's go and walk and see what the park looks like. Alejandro Bustillo designed this park in the 1930s, and it was the place of the first promenade in Posadas in 1941. And there isn't much to see here, but I've just clocked in the background some kind of monument there, which again I believe was designed by Alejandro Bustillo. But it seems like there's some kind of amphitheatre towards the end of the park, so I'm going to see what that looks like. It almost looks like the amphitheatre drops out onto the riverfront. You can see a man with a guitar there, and here it says Anfiteatro Manuel Antonio Ramirez. The reason I read that so slowly is because it's backwards on my phone. So let's see what's behind the drops of these steps. There are kind of like ticket offices here, but the fences look open at the moment. So I think here is the amphitheatre, just one more set of steps down. And here it is, a more modern amphitheatre, sort of concrete blocks, greyscale, but it's a nice view behind it, looking out on the Paraná River. I'm now leaving the amphitheatre and heading back through Paraguay Park towards the football stadium. So I've got to go straight and then right, but I believe this amphitheatre, it's got like QR codes on the ticket offices. It looks really modern, so I presume they host shows here in Posadas. Also at Paraguay Park, directly up this road behind me, is a museum. And I think the museum's something to do with a Rotary Club, which celebrated 100 years here in Posadas in 2005. Estoy aquí ahora, I'm here now at the Club Deportivo Guarani Antonio Franco, and I can't seem to find an entrance, so I'm going to do again what I usually do and walk around the whole stadium and see if security kicks me out if I do find an opening. You can see the red and white sort of dilapidated stands. It's red and white because their home kit is a red and white sash, similar to the 2010 Southampton home strip or the better known River Plate home kit. Just to give you an idea of the stands, sort of big brick concrete, and yeah, it doesn't look like, well, it's shabby chic, let's put it that way. I think this is where the away fans come, visitantes, visitors, and there's some kind of mural here of a number 9. I don't know my number 9s in Posadas football, unfortunately. I can just about get a view of the pitch through this gap. There. This seems to be the official front of the building with sort of the sign signifying who the club is. And it's quite nice, you can see they're still sort of paying homage to the Guarani history in Posadas Misiones. And I think Platea de Cara means the terraced area, which maybe means the stand on this side of the stadium. And here you can see the club crest and some kind of encouraging logo. It's similar to We March On from Southampton, except this one's probably a bit better. And you can't come to Argentina and talk football without the icon himself, Maradona, Diego Armando. There seems to be a door open here. I'm just going to see if anyone's working inside. Look at all these trophies here. Hola, soy turista, soy inglés. ¿Es posible de mirar por aquí en el estadio? Sí. Lo siento, no hablo español. ¿Sí? Ah, qué bueno. Ah, aquí es fantástico. Sí.
Ahora está parado igual, porque no hay...
Aquí es bueno, porque mirar.
Bueno, sí.
Gracias, gracias. That's very kind of them, and I have to say the people here in Posadas, they do seem very hospitable. The club was founded in 1932, and it is the most successful club in the Posadeña Football League. Clement Fernandez de Oliveira is the name of the stadium where I'm standing at the moment, and it has a capacity of 12,000. And it is very nice inside, I have to say. Simple stands, simple seating, no backs to the chairs. You can see behind me, it's just stools and standing areas there. And it's right in the middle of a sort of city housing estate with some high-rise flats, so they'll get free viewing of the football games. They take part in their in-league and the Argentine Cup, and they have won a massive 39 titles. 39! And I've got a fantastic view of the pitch here. Brilliant! Here's the seated area, and that area under the terrace over there that I passed earlier. The whole place is adorned in red and white, true red and white. Wow, that was good, I enjoyed that. Club Deportivo Guarani Antonio Franco, adios. They were very nice to let me look around. And again, some nice murals on the outside of the stadium. In 1867, a battalion of Allied armies, perhaps in search of peace, came together with the protection of St. Joseph San Jose to put together this parish behind me. So I am here now at the main cathedral in Posadas, the Parroquia San Jose, the parish, the St. Joseph Cathedral. See if I can take a look inside. Leaving now, and it wasn't until I think 9 years after 1867 when they improvised the parish that the parish was actually inaugurated where the cathedral currently stands. And it's situated on Plaza 9 de Julio, the 9th of July Plaza Square. There's some kind of Statue of Liberty in the middle here, and this square is like a central point with lots of busy streets around it, and lots of trees as well. And I'm finishing off my tour of Posadas in Plaza San Martin, one of 4 squares designed by Francisco Lescando in 1971. See behind me there's a monument in the middle, and some nice trees surrounding me. Joseph Louis Dalmas is the French sculptor who created this statue in the middle, and it was inaugurated in 1934. This site has been declared as an official site of municipal interest in Posadas. The base of the monument was created by the aforementioned Alejandro Bustillo, Argentine architect. So I hope you enjoyed today's short, quick stop-by tour of Posadas, Misiones, Argentina, and subscribe to my channel if you felt it was at least 1% useful. The total time it took me to do my walking tour was around 4 hours. I did get transport to the artificial waterfalls at the start, but from that point all around the river point and through town, the total time is around 4 hours.